Want to checkmate your opponent in 7 moves? Make your elo go up fast, above the 2000 rating. So folks, this is the opening just for you. This opening starts with pawn to d4. This is called the Trompowsky opening. When knight to f6 happens, which a lot of players will do, will go bishop to g5. If they go knight to e4, trying to go away with the attack of our bishop, then we'll just go pawn to h4. If they take, then we will take back. We have a very, very, very powerful rook. We have the advantage in this position so far. And so when we take the knight on g5, they will go pawn to e6 opening. We will go pawn to g6, trying to challenge them. They cannot go here and take this pawn. And because if they take this pawn, we will take the rook for free. So they will take with this pawn instead. We go pawn to e3, trying to detonate another piece and try to develop another piece, which is the bishop. They first go and make the natural move, bishop to e7. We go bishop to d3 to detonate, to have that piece in our board. The next move that they may play, what if they go and castle instead? What is all that for them? On the next move, we go take the pawn with the rook on h7, which makes it a sacrifice. If they take the rook, it's all dead for them, because when we go queen to h5, it's a check the king. Plus, you cannot take the queen because of the bishop going to take the king on h7. And so, they will go back with the king on g8, and we will go and take the pawn. When they go rook to f6, because when we go queen to h7, they will go king to f8, queen to h8 is mate. And folks, we just won in 9 moves. But there is another line here. So folks, is knight to c6. This is a very natural move. We will take the pawn on g6. Taking the pawn on g6, they cannot take back because of this. And if they do take our bishop, we'll take the rook. That's check. Plus also winning plus 5 points, which is insane. But there is another line over here, folks, where you cannot just checkmate them, but you will win a piece, okay? So which means you'll still win with this opening. In this line, what if they go for the natural move, e6, trying to defend their knight with the queen being open with pawn to e6. We come to this move, pawn to e4, making us have a big center, trying to control some more squares. When they go bishop to e7, we go pawn to e5, attacking their knight. They must move their knight or else they're gonna blunder the knight. And so they will move their knight to d5. We will go back bishop to d2. They will go and challenge our pawn on d4. So they will go pawn to c5. We will go pawn to c4, trying to threat again the knight. They will not take this because we're threatening the knight. So they need to move the knight another time. And so we will take the pawn next. And when we take the pawn, they will take back with the bishop. We will go queen to g4, attacking this pawn on g7 and trying to breach in the black position. And so if they go king here, it's a very bad advantage because now your pieces are undeveloped. The rook goes to g8 and try to protect the pawn once again instead of the king. Then it's still not good. You're not developing your pieces. Nothing is castled. We have the pure advantage over here. But what if they castle? Well, folks, if they castle, we have the advantage to go bishop to h6. When that happens, we'll take the advantage of going bishop to h6. And when that happens, folks, they cannot take our bishop because it's pinned to the king. When they do some random move, they're gonna get mate in 1. We cannot defend it with the queen because of the pawn. And so, what if they go here? Then we will just take his rook and we'll just win plus 2 points. What should they do to escape this line? They should find a move, which is very, very brilliant perhaps, is bishop to b4. Which is the only way, which is very, very hard for them to find. So which means we have so much win rate with this opening. What if in the line they go pawn to g6 instead? Then we will go knight to c3. They will go knight to c6. Knights are developed. We will go knight to e4, trying to attack with our knight to the black side, and then we will try to take our free pawn. But that is a mistake, folks, because when we go queen to g3, they go bishop to d4, then we will go bishop to g5, trying to attack that queen away. And so the queen will move to g7 right away. And we will go queen to a3, trying to take advantage of mate. And if somehow they do something ridiculous, we can just checkmate him here. They should pick a move really fast and really smart. Knight to c6, which prevents checkmate from happening from this queen over here by protecting the e7 square. And we counter that by going knight to e6 and when he goes king to f8, we'll go knight to b5, checking him. Plus, Not only that, we're forking his queen, which means we're gonna win a queen. This is an insane opening where you can win a queen in 15 moves. We just won a queen. But there's another line over here. So in the Trompowsky opening in the beginning, but if they go to d5, we'll just execute the same moves. Bishop to g5, if pawn to e6, we will just take the queen. A lot of people actually do this. There are some people that might just go knight to f6 and be smart. Then we will just take it again, the knight, and they will take the bishop on f6. So we just traded the piece and we're gonna go pawn to e3, same as earlier lines. So we go pawn to e3, king is open, so we're gonna go pawn to c4, trying to challenge the center on d5. He's gonna go pawn to c6, trying to support the pawn, and we go knight to c3 and trying to attack that pawn again. He might wanna take the pawn, so if he takes the pawn, which is the most natural move ever, we're just gonna take the pawn back on c4. They will castle the king to safety. This is the most natural move yet again. So when we go develop our bishop, next thing we wanna do is develop our knight next. They will go and pin their knight, but that is a mistake because when they pin our knight, we go pawn to h3, and when they take the knight, nothing happens here. And so what if they go back bishop to h5 instead? We go pawn to g4, they will go back, and that is not a good position to be in, because now we're gonna breach in with knight to h4, trying to attack the bishop on g6. And so if they go knight to d7, we'll just take the bishop. And if we take the bishop, they will take with a pawn back, this or this. They cannot do this because of the fact that the bishop is pinning to the king. If you take the knight with a pawn over here, then the king will be taken. We are winning at this position. And so when they take our knight, if they attack our bishop though, we'll just go back bishop to b3. And then when they go queen to e7, trying to pin our pawn, it's all lost for them. Because when you go pawn to h5, if they take, which is very wrong for them, we'll just go queen to d3, which maybe initiates another trap with a pair of the bishop and the queen and the knight. And so when they take another pawn on g4, tempting to do that, that is mate in one with queen here. What? That's crazy. That's 17 moves. Trying to checkmate him in 17 moves. But what if they go pawn to g6? When we go and take the pawn with our queen on g6, they cannot take our queen because of the bishop pinning that to the king. And so when they go king to h8, we go rook to h5, and that is checkmate. That is a nasty checkmate over there with a queen and a rook, trying to ladder mate him vertically while also using the pinned pawn when the king was here. And also, it's ridiculous because the pawn cannot even take the queen because it's checked. Okay, so folks, there is another line on d5. So folks, when we go bishop to b5, they can go pawn to f6. And when they do that, they will try to attack our bishops on g5. We will go back bishop to h4. If they attack us once again, then we'll go back bishop to g3. Try to make our bishop safe right there so that it doesn't get blundered. They will go knight to c6. We will go pawn to e4, trying to challenge the center and try to take some more space. And they will more likely take the pawn. And if they do, we will have the advantage to go queen to h5. Because of the fact that he exposed his king on the first place with moving pawn to g5, we will go queen to h5, trying to attack the king and check him on that side of the board. He should move here. We go knight to c3, developing some more pieces to attack the king on the other side of the board. They will likely go here and try to take another free pawn, and that is not good because now we will castle, and that pins the knight to the king. And they will try to support the knight with the pawn. That is wrong. Because now we go bishop to p5, and they needed to go here, and we go knight to f3, trying to sacrifice the knight. And when we sacrifice the knight, they will take our knight. Well then, we'll go rook to e1, and so when they go king to f5, that is mate in 1. We just won a checkmate again in 12 moves. What? This opening is just full of checkmates. So folks, you know the true power of this opening right now. This is a very powerful opening. If you learned something, please like and subscribe. And see you guys in the next video. And subscribe and like to please motivate me to make more videos like this. And see you guys in the next video. Peace out.